Welcome to today's panel discussion. We are here to explore a transformative topic in digital interactions. Conversational AI enables machines to engage in natural, human like conversation using enhanced natural language processing and machine learning. This technology powers chatbots and virtual assistants, revolutionizing customer service, healthcare, and education by creating more intuitive and personalized interactions. Despite challenges like complex conversations, ethical concerns, conversational AI has immense potential to humanizing digital interfaces. Let's dive into our topic, humanizing interactions, the power of conversational AI. So, adding to the significance of today's session is the presence of Neha Kapoor among us. Neha Kapoor is the co founder and chief marketing officer at Digital Innovations, bringing over 14 years of experience in the IT industry, where she has helped uplift the digital presence of over 50 clients. Neha has earned several prestigious awards, including the nationwide 40 Under 40 Award in Brand Management and Communication by Businessmen 2022, Excellence in Digital Marketing and E-commerce 2021, and Influential Women India Inspiration Women by Dreamcatcher 2020. She holds a specialization in brand management and marketing communication from MICA and has completed an entrepreneurship course from IIM Bangalore. I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Indeed, it was a vast introduction. And thank you, Gravitas, and thank you, Aarsh, for having me in the panelist. Yes, indeed, it's the customer interactions and conversational AI is a very hot topic. This is like the trending topic. So I'll be more than happy to share my thoughts here. Arsh, with you.
Pleasure is all ours, ma'am. And today we are also joined with us by the co-founder of Gravitas AI, that is Mr. Aarsh Srivastava. We welcome you, sir, in this panel discussion.
Thank you, Roshali, and glad to be a panelist with you, Neha.
So now it's time to hit the short and exciting panel discussion. So my first question to you, Neha, would be that how does conversational AI contribute to humanizing interactions between businesses and their customers, and what impact does this have on customer satisfaction or loyalty?
So, first, I would like to tell you what conversational AI means. It is a conversation, right? In the form of a chat bot, in the form of a voice bot. It is a conversation between the customer and the businesses, right? So, it becomes very important that the conversation which is happening has to be very much human like. And now, because of the advanced NLPs that have happened, the advanced technologies that have been implemented, lot of our customer, the conversational AI has become very much humanized, right? And this happens to be very much satisfactory to the customers, because at the end of the day, if a real human is not interacting with you, whereas a bot is interacting with you, it is important that the bot is talking to you like human, and he's able to understand you, he's able to understand the sentiments of you. Say for example, if you're angry, the, the bot is able to understand that this person is angry, and accordingly it has to take the steps. So sentiment analysis has been done by the conversational AI, and the very fact that this is available 24 by 7, businesses get an extra employee for themselves by implementing conversational AI and knowing that the bot is going to accurately, take the decisions and take the right step to converse with the consumer in the benefit of the businesses. So that way, I think that conversational AI is doing a very fantastic job in humanizing the behavior, and this helps in putting the right customer satisfaction. In addition to this, I'll give you one example that we have recently implemented conversational AI to the one of the top streaming partner of T20 World Cup. And there, around at one instant, there are 50 crore people watching the T20 World Cup, and few percentage of them definitely would be coming for the customer care, for the upgrade of the subscription, Till now, there were thousands of people in line who could not be addressed at the right time. There was not proper address happening. By implementing voice bot, what has happened? All the interactions are happening simultaneously. You don't need thousands of people there. You want just one bot to be set up, and that is interacting with everyone. And once there is an escalation, then it actually goes to the customer care. So this is a very beautiful example that how conversational AI is coming in between to businesses and customer and helping businesses in getting customer satisfaction.
Yep, I definitely agree with that. And the question itself answers it. So we've got conversational AI, which is conversational artificial intelligence. So we're trying to mimic the intelligence of the humans through conversations. And if you're trying to mimic the conversations of humans, we have to make it human. So unless and until it is very human, it will not fly, because the kind of interactions we are used to, if we're not doing in that way, then there's a gap, and when there is a gap, so the conversations break. So we have to be very careful about like stakeholders, personas, user journeys, so that we understand like and the tone of voice which needs to be used in a particular conversation. And Neha pointed rightly about the sentiments and sentiment analysis and other aspects of it. So understanding the tone of voice, for example, a bot which is interacting in a social setup has to be set up very differently as opposed to a bot which is very transactional. So we have to understand like what the tone of voice needs to be implemented on the basis of the user journeys and the personas which it's catering to. And definitely it has a direct impact on the customer satisfaction and loyalty, because customer delight comes with consistency, accuracy, right kind of information, and serving the customer at the right point of time. So with conversational AI, we can definitely, like as Neha also mentioned, about 24/7 interactions in different languages, through touching the right kind of points which are which are useful for them in the conversational journey. So with all this, definitely a lot of customer delight can be generated, and we can have right kind of customer satisfaction, which ultimately leads to loyalty.
Multilingual is the best example. I mean, India being
Yeah,
so much cultural, there are like so many languages at even small areas that it becomes very important that the bot, which is humanizing, which is present in front of you, is able to talk to you in different languages, which is a boon to India. Whereas in
yep,
the other world, I think English is the only one major language used. But with India, you have to have multilingual approach towards the audience.
definitely. As far as you are not going to Europe, definitely like English is omnipresent everywhere. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So yep. Here we are.
Yeah, thank you so much, Neha and Aarsh, for giving your insight on this important topic. And yes, multilingual artificial intelligence chatbots are a boom, definitely. I also agree with your points. And adding to your points, conversational AI has significantly enhanced the personalization of customer interactions. And by doing so, they have like make us feel heard and valued, the customers. So, by understanding and responding to customer needs in real time, businesses can foster stronger emotional connections also, and thus this will lead to increased customer satisfaction and loyalty in the long run. So, thank you. Moving on to the next question. So, what role do effective processes play in ensuring that conversational AI interactions are personalized, sympathetic, and responsive to customer needs?
So basically, if I have to give you the background of how the bots are created, it's like a workflow has been created already. Okay, with every question, there is a set of answers which has been given. Now there are times, so whenever the customer asks any question in terms of chat, the particular answer is being given. Okay. Now these workflows are already implemented. Now there are times when these workflows or the particular question which the customer is asked is not being addressed properly, or that has not been feeded in the system. Then what bot does is it tells it that I am not able to answer this, and then stores this question, okay, for the further reference when the admin enters the backend. So it mentions to the admin that this is the problem I was not able to address. Okay. Now the admin puts the correct answer to it. This is one way of the bots happening. And the other way is generative AI, where the bot is generating its own answers on the basis of what interaction it has been happening with the customer. So now the processes when we are talking, then generative the chatbot has to be completely trained. Okay, every time it has to be trained and it has to upskill, like we say upskilling of the humans, it has to be trained again and again, giving them the various scenarios and the various queries that customers can be asked. Then the proper systems have to be there for the sentimental analysis. That is because when we are talking about that the sentiment analysis is one of the major route by which we can make a customer experience more humanizing. Then depending on the customer moods, the responses have to be tailored. So such kind of processes have to be included when we are making the processes of the conversational AI. And then establishing the protocols for smooth transitioning between the AI and the human interaction. So why I'm mentioning this is because there has to be a line after which the interaction which is happening with the customer, he wants to actually talk to a human agent, right? So there has to be particular rules set up there so that the complete transitioning is happening very smoothly, whereas bot is able to also give the background of what the conversation was already happening with the customer to the human, so that the repetition is not happening. So I think these are the processes which should be actually implemented properly so that the personalization can be taken care of.
I'll add two more variables to your question, Rushali. So you got personalized, empathetic, and responsive to customer needs. But we can add two more variables, which is compliant and ethical. And how do we ensure that the processes effective process play in ensuring that conversational AI interactions are solid on these five indicators. If you take a traditional project and you can ask the architects or the solutionists that processes or supply chain modelers, that if the processes are if mapped out effectively, anyways the productivity has to increase. So with the right kind of indicators or the variables which we can map out throughout the whole user journey, we can definitely try to identify where it has to be personalized, where it has to be empathetic, where we have to respond more, whether we have to go to a button driven journey or whether we have to be very responsive in terms of conversational nature, where we have to do multilingual. How much risk is that conversation to the end users? For example, if there's a healthcare related chatbot which is providing information about healthcare, then how much information do we provide and how much we don't? How do we ensure that the bots which are there or being used are abuse proof? Or how do we ensure that the bots which are there are identifying the red flags of the conversations and not responding to that or responding it in a decent way? So mapping out the process is definitely, it's like base of any project. It's not about artificial intelligence only. For any project we have to set the base right. Once the base is set right, the building obviously is very solid. So yep, I think it's very important to have effective processes and lay down the base right so that we can get the right kind of infrastructure on top of it.
Yeah, thank you, Neha and Aarsh, for providing your views and light on this crucial aspect. And I agree with Neha's point that sentimental analysis is important. And as you added, Aarsh, that ethical and legal concerns are also necessary. So, yeah, definitely. And I would like to add one more thing, that effective processes are definitely crucial in training conversational AI. It is important to train it and to understand and respond to individual customer needs accurately. And what is the benefit of doing so is that by implementing robust data collection and feedback mechanisms, business can continuously refine AI interactions, so to be more personalized and empathetic. So this will definitely ensure a higher level of responsiveness and a more satisfying customer experience. So, moving on to the next question. How do businesses ensure that employees remain engaged and empowered when working alongside conversational AI systems rather than feeling replaced or overshadowed by technology?
So these days we are already seeing that people are under the threat that AI is taking away the job, and
Yes.
many science fiction movies are there, which is like giving us the impression that there are
All over the
robots
place.
taking up
Yes. Yes.
human, they are taking up the human areas and empowering. But at the end, I just want to. There's one point that you are the master. Humans are the masters, right? And AI is just a machine, and machines are meant to help the masters to get the things into the right place. That is, the operations have to be simplified by the machines. it's not never machine can overtake the masters. It's just a machine. And though there is generative AI, we are understanding that machines are all taking their own decisions. But at the end of the day, it's a machine. So humans cannot be replaced by the implementation of AI. Only those humans who know the AI better can replace the other humans. That is a short,
Yes.
you know, crisp answer for this. And I don't think employees need to be feel little overshadowed, or there is a feeling of replacement coming in. Though there are situations like that, people are tend to look like that. But if you can upskill yourself to understand what is this tool and use it for your benefit, use it for the benefit of the company. If you are bringing value to the company, there will never be a chance that the employees gets afraid of this AI, right? And if I have to talk to the businesses from business end also, such kind of initiative should be taken so that the employees get rid of this fear. There has to be clear communication from the businesses to the employees that what is the expectations of them and what AI will be doing, what conversational AI will be helping them, or what it will be doing in this whole process. There have to be set of awards given to the people, to the employees who are using effective AI. You have to highlight the value of the judgment, the creativity that humans are bringing, and then award them accordingly. So, if I have to just term this down, conversational AI is just a tool to assist and enhance the work rather than replace any human. So, there's no need for a fear. And businesses have to implement the right strategies so that the employees and the businesses can have a strong bonding rather than fearing that somebody else can take this their job away.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree on that one, and it should not replace, not in the near future and on for the future as well. We should have like right kind of regulations to ensure that this is not going that way, which will be very catastrophic if it happens in that way. Two things definitely like keywords which I can take from Neha's statements is upskilling. One is very important,
Yes.
and upskilling employees on the different levels where they need to be. So we need to understand the needs of the employees, where they have to understand the use of conversation, like how it will be important and effective for them. And human resources department have very important role to play in this, because ultimately they will be the department who will be catering to this and trying to get this fear away, in terms of like if employees are thinking that okay, it might be taking their jobs. There's always a revolution which happens, and once we do certain changes in our uh, uh, journey ahead as a society, we have to upskill. We have seen that previously when the computers came in, when the emails came in, and there was a lot of fear about with a lot of jobs being taken by computers even when the computers started. And then the emails, the post office people had the fear of like getting their jobs sorted. So there's definitely change as we evolve as a society, but that change is also good for optimization, for reducing the cost, effort, and time, and for the larger benefit of the society. So we should like embrace it with grace, and we should embrace it with like open ears and eyes, so that we can look at the benefits of it. At the same time, like look at what are the potential upskilling which needs to be done, what we need to learn from that technology, how will that technology be used in the future, how will the like jobs change, so that we can upskill and try to like move in the right kind of direction.
I would
Thank you
also
so
want to
much.
add on here the point that the government is also taking many opportunities to put down rules and regulations for the AI. Though there were dangerous at one time, but then proper rules and regulation have said that if there are real regulations are there, then this can become a very easy flow.
Right, right. Thank you, Neha and Aarsh, for answering this question in such an amazing way, that in such a simple and effective manner. And yeah, two key points that I will take from the conversation of Neha was upskilling, that is already explained by Aarsh sir. And the second is that conversational AI has played the role of being complementary rather than defeating the employees or getting over the employees. So, as rightly mentioned by you, highlighting the importance is just to enhance rather than replace human capabilities. And if we will be providing proper training opportunities to develop new skills in them with AI and involving employees in the implementation process, this can mitigate concerns and foster a collaborative work environment. So yeah, definitely this approach will ensure that both employees and AI systems works together to drive productivity and innovation. So thank you for your insights. And moving on to the next question. So how can conversational AI be used to facilitate seamless transitions between automated interactions and human assistance?
So I think over the period of time when I was conversing, I have almost answered this question. That how conversational AI can be seamlessly transferred between the automated interaction and the human interaction. So when we are saying that there is a customer care center, I'm taking an example because this makes it easy. So initial level, the voice bot is interacting with the customer, right? But then at the end of the day, it does not. By end of the duration, it understands that it is not able to completely solve the problem of the customer. The customer is again and again asking. So there, the complexity has already increased, and then it goes to the human, right? Now, if at this point the customer is at the rage of, you know, uh, at the point where he has already reached the maximum limit of interacting, now he wants the actual solution when he's when he's interacting to the human. Now, at this point, if the agent is asking him the repetitive questions, then it is going to increase the rage again, right? So, putting down the correct history of what this person has been asking, that is one way that you can seamlessly transfer. Now, and where at the start of the interaction, if there are certain rules have to be set up. At the start of the interaction, if this realize the bot can make the decision that if this is a complex situation and this I do not have the answer, it could directly automate it to the human interaction for the human assistance. So proper set of rules have to be written so that this transaction becomes seamless. Then providing the proper history of what is been interaction happening, and then proper sentiment analysis. So I remember one situation when I was interacting to the bot, and it was again and again saying this, oh, I understand the problem that you have been facing, I'm trying to find an answer to you. And then I tell up the next question, and again the answer is, I am understanding your situation, I will try to help you. Now this kind of an interaction is happening, then the person gets angry, right? So we have to put the correct set of rules and actually see that, properly test that interaction is happening very much seamless. And the human interaction is at the end really really important. The person who is taking in charge, the agent who is taking the in charge, has to give the correct solution and the appropriate solution, because the customer is already waiting for a long journey till the time he reaches the human, right? So that proper kind of seamless transition has to be put down in proper rules.
Yes, definitely. And like as a already we have touched upon the transitions between the automated interactions, the hybrid chat, and live chat, etc. It's very important to also like look at the other direction where we how we implement larger human assistance with the help of BI tools coming into picture with this, because we have to understand one more thing, that apart from like the interactions which we have, which we are catering to through the bots, this it's a live market research which is going on. We traditionally spend a lot of money in terms of like putting efforts on research activities and trying to get the research discussions, face-to-face interviews, etc. But here the end user is actually coming to you and trying to interact and trying to tell them about your problems. So definitely a lot of information can be taken out of those conversations to understand how we can do further assistance in terms of human. I'll not touch on the other part because it's very beautifully explained already by Neha.
Yes, yes, exactly. So, yeah, Neha, you were
Yeah.
saying something?
No, no. I was just agreeing to him that this is the time
Yeah.
to upskill. I mean, at that ups, you have got the information. That is the time when you can use this information, and this is the right time when the customer is directly coming to you. You are not going to the customer. The customer is directly coming to you. He has set of problems. He has set of questions that need to be answered. If businesses can understand at that point that this is valuable for me, this can add value to my business, then that is the asset. The customer has come directly to you. So that portion of interaction with the bot can actually, you can pluck a lot of information from there.
Thank you so much, Neha and Aarsh, for answering these questions with such beautiful examples. Like, I so wish that we can continue this panel discussion for an hour or so. But yeah, today I'm really liking the examples and the past data that you guys are bringing on the table. And yes, the model that Neha is talking about is the hybrid model that the AI should know when is the need to switch the chat from the bot to the human. That is really important, and thus through this conversational AI can streamline transitions between automated and human interactions by employing advanced routine algorithms that intelligently access when human intervention is necessary, and thus can decrease the complexity or sensitivity of queries. So coming towards the next question, what are your expectations for the future development of conversational AI in enhancing human interactions?
So, if I have to say that what is the future development of conversational AI, this has to become more seamless. There are, till now, we are been talking about the seamlessness, the sentimental analysis, but more fine. I mean, this has to be polished more so that it actually feels that I'm talking to human. If I give you an example of till now we were having lot many copywriter softwares, and suddenly Chat GPT has come, which can understand the intent of the person who is writing, which can understand, see the entire history and see that what it could be the answer. Now, what could be the probable question it the customer can ask, and preparing for that answer beforehand is something I would expect from the businesses to implement conversational AI. Then sentimental analysis already is in place, but then completely taking it, finishing it, I mean, polishing it is what I think could be the future of conversational AI. And yet, we do not know what exactly AI can bring in. It is people are experimenting with the things. Chat GPT is being experimented by humans, wherein the people who have made ChatGPT are realizing that what are the use cases where we can use it. Similarly, with conversational AI, I mean, it is a part of the conversational AI only, ChatGPT, but we do not know how people are going to use it. So we can make more and more efforts to get the right direction of it. So getting proper interaction, preparing the what exactly the customer can ask for future in the near future, preparing for that is what I will expect from conversational AI.
Totally agree with that, and LLM models have a large role to play into this, because the kind of evolution which you've seen after ChatGPT, it's amazing. Traditionally, when I started working in AI, we were talking about concepts of neural network 10 years back, and now it's all in the picture. It has advanced more, coming to LLM models and trying to get this beautiful technology. Because even 5 years before, I remember we doing projects where we have to annotate each and every document to get the information out of it. Now it's all gone. So from here on, the rise will be exponential, and we'll see a lot of new tech and more advanced tech coming into the picture. However, we need to also understand how we can bring into this picture the aspects of human understanding, demographies, different areas, cultures, etc. All of that.
Yeah. So thank you, Aarsh and Neha, for sharing your valuable insights on this forward-looking topic. Yeah. And yeah, if I want to summarize what you both have said, yes, the future of conversational AI holds immense promises in further humanizing digital interactions by advancing natural language understanding, emotional intelligence, and as mentioned by Neha, the sentimental analysis and context awareness. So, as AI continues to evolve, we anticipate increasingly seamless and personalized interactions, ultimately redefining the way humans engage with technology and each other. So thank you for your insights on this session, and heartfelt thank you for your insightful contributions, Neha and Arsh, to our panel discussion on humanizing interactions, the power of conversational AI, and your expertise and perspective have enriched our understanding of this transformative topic and inspired us to contemplate its future trajectory. Your dedication has truly made this discussion a success. Thank you, both of you, for joining us today.
Thanks a lot.
That's a pleasure indeed.
To all our viewers, let's keep the conversation going beyond today's session. Stay tuned for more captivating live sessions in the near future. Thank you.